Hi friends, welcome to Ashok IT. Today we are going to discuss about Terraform. As part of this session, what we are going to learn, what is the agenda of this workshop? We will discuss about Terraform, what is Terraform, introduction for Terraform, and Terraform versus Ansible. What is the purpose of Terraform and what is the purpose of Ansible, and how to set up Terraform in Linux virtual machine. We are going to take EC2 instance in the AWS cloud and we will set up Terraform and we will discuss Terraform architecture, then commands, how to work with Terraform, then how to write Terraform scripts, then conclusion. So this is the agenda of today's workshop. All right, let's get started. First, what is this Terraform? Terraform is an open source software. Terraform is an open source software and it is a free software. We no need to pay any license amount. We can directly use this Terraform software. This Terraform software developed by a company called HashiCorp. And this software is developed by using Go programming language. So earlier we have seen several softwares like Maven software, Jenkins software, SonarQube, Nexus, and all, right? So those all are developed by using Java, but this Terraform software is developed using Go programming language. Terraform is an open source software created by HashiCorp company, and this software is developed using Go programming language. What is the purpose of this software? Terraform is an infrastructure as code software. It is called as IAC software. So that means in order to create infrastructure required for the project, we use it to open AWS management console. There we need to create EC2 instances, security groups, key pair, load balancers, databases, database engines, and S3 buckets. Like that, there are so many services available in AWS cloud. In that AWS cloud, we are setting up required infrastructure for our project. Instead of you are creating the infrastructure manually using that user interface, you can use Terraform to create the infrastructure. Terraform is an open source software created by HashiCorp company, and this software is developed using Go programming language. Terraform is used to create the infrastructure in the cloud. Infrastructure as a code. What is the meaning of infrastructure as code? So whatever the infrastructure, whatever the resources that you want to create in the cloud, those resources can be created by using Terraform. Instead of you are going to that management console, create the EC2 instance manually, select instance type, select storage, select the key pair, select the security group, select the VPC. Instead of we are doing that stuff manually in the GUI, we can create that infrastructure easily by using this Terraform. So what is the advantage? So here, if you write the Terraform script once, you can use the same script for multiple projects, reusability. So now I want to create one EC2 instance, one database, one S3 bucket. I will use Terraform scripts. I will write the Terraform scripts to create that infrastructure. EC2 instance, S3 bucket, and RDS database. So tomorrow when I get a new project, I can use the same script to create the infrastructure for second project also. I can use the same script to create the infrastructure for third project also. I can use the same infrastructure to create, I can use the same Terraform script to create the infrastructure for any project which is required. Instead of you are going to create the infrastructure manually using GUI, we can use Terraform to create the infrastructure. Terraform is used to create the infrastructure in the cloud platform. Sir, in which cloud we can create the infrastructure by using Terraform? Terraform supports almost all cloud providers. AWS Cloud, Azure Cloud, GCP Cloud, OpenStack, Alibaba, like that there are so many clouds available in the market. By using this Terraform, we can create infrastructure in almost all the cloud platforms. Are you guys clear with my point? What is Terraform? Terraform is one software which is used to create the infrastructure. What is the meaning of infrastructure creation? Infrastructure provisioning. So for my project, I need some infrastructure like virtual machines, some database, some S3 bucket, some VPC, some load balancer. So there are so many services in the cloud. Either if you go for AWS or Azure or GCP, there are so many cloud platforms are available. Those cloud providers are giving services for us. So if I go to AWS, for example, let me log in into my AWS account, AWS console, AWS console. So in the AWS console, we can see the options. We can see the options. I am trying to log in into AWS account using my credentials. So this is AWS console. Here we can use the services and we can create the infrastructure. For example, if I want to create one instance, so go to AWS, go to EC2 service, launch instance. Now I need to give some name for the instance. I need to select AMI for the instance, and I need to select instance type, and I need to select a key pair. I need to select a key pair. I need to select VPC, network security, network setting. I need to select a security group for this. I need to select a security group for this. I need to configure storage and I need to click on this button, launch instance. With this, one instance will be created, one virtual machine will be created. Tomorrow, if I want another virtual machine, again I need to do the same steps. For example, if we are working for if we are working for multiple projects, do I need to do the same thing again and again or not? Do I need to do the same thing again and again or not? Guys, are you getting my voice? Are you getting my voice? Yes. Suppose if I want to create the infrastructure, if I want to create one virtual machine, so is it a single button click? Creating an instance in the AWS, is it a single button click process or we need to complete several steps to create the instance? Can I create a EC2 instance with a single button click or I need to create the instance by using all these options? There are several steps involved. In order to create one virtual machine in the AWS. Similarly, if I want to create one database, to create a database in the AWS cloud, there is a service called RDS. To create a database in the AWS cloud, there is a service called RDS. By using RDS, we can set up database in the AWS cloud. Using RDS, we can create database in the AWS cloud. Now, create a database in the cloud. Click on create database. If I click a single button, is the database is going to create? Guys, if I click a single button, is the database is going to create? No. So we need to choose several options. In order to create the database. Fine. Here I'm creating a database for one project. I'm creating a database for one project in the AWS cloud by using RDS. For example, Oracle database. I'm selecting Oracle. Now we need to select this, which edition of the Oracle, which version of the Oracle, what is the template, identifier, username, password, instance configuration, storage configuration, availability, connectivity, VPC, subnet, VPC subnet, authentication of the database, monitoring of the database, additional configuration of the database. Click on create database. So there are several steps involved to create a database in the AWS cloud. Fine, I have created one database. So tomorrow I need to create the database for another project. I need to create the database for another project. Non-production environment database, production environment database. I need to create multiple database instances. I need to create multiple database instances. Suppose we are dealing with 5 projects. We are working on 5 different projects in the company. We need to set up the infrastructure for 5 different projects. So are we going to do the repeated work? Come on, guys. Are we going to do the repeated work or not? Creating the infrastructure. Yes, yes. So if you want to set up the infrastructure for multiple projects, then you need to do that repeated work. You need to do that repeated work. You need to do the repeated work. To avoid this problem, we are going for Terraform. To avoid that problem, to avoid that manual process in infrastructure provisioning or in infrastructure creation, we are going to use Terraform. Sir, how Terraform is going to help us? How this Terraform is going to help us? Now, whatever the infrastructure that you want to create, what resource you want to create in the cloud, for that resource creation, you write Terraform script. You write Terraform script. So this is code. We are going to write some code. That code is called as Terraform script. Using this Terraform script, we can create infrastructure or we can create resources in any cloud platform. Suppose, for example, we are using AWS cloud. We are using AWS cloud to manage infrastructure of our project. Now, I want to create one EC2 instance in the AWS cloud. Instead of going to this AWS console and instead of using all these options to create the instance, I will write some code. By using that code, I am going to create infrastructure. I mean, I'm going to create EC2 instance in the AWS cloud. I will write the Terraform script once. I will write the Terraform script only once. If I execute this Terraform script, then I can create one virtual machine in the AWS cloud. For example, tomorrow I want to create virtual machine in another cloud platform. For example, in the Azure also, I want to create one virtual machine. So the Terraform script we can execute in any cloud platform. Terraform script we can execute in any cloud platform. If you have GCP cloud, Google cloud platform, Terraform script can be executed in Google cloud also. By using this Terraform, we can create the infrastructure as a code. Using this Terraform, we can create the infrastructure as a code. Now, in order to create one database, I want to create a database in AWS cloud. To create the database, I am writing one Terraform script. Using this Terraform script, I can create the database in the AWS cloud. In future, if I want to create a database for another project, I can use the same script. I can reuse the script and I can set up the infrastructure required for my project in the cloud. So I hope you got the basic idea what is the Terraform. I hope you got the basic idea what is Terraform. The very first step, Terraform is an open source software. Terraform is an open source software. Terraform software developed by Terraform software developed by HashiCorp company. HashiCorp. HashiCorp. Terraform software developed using Go programming language. Terraform software developed using Go programming language. Using Go language, not Java, guys. It is Go language. Terraform is called as IAC software. Generally, people will call Terraform will be called as Terraform will be called as IAC software. IAC means infrastructure as code. IAC or IAC. IAC means infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as code. That means whatever the infrastructure that we need to create for our project, we can create that infrastructure by using code. Terraform supports almost all clouds. Terraform supports Terraform supports almost all cloud platforms. AWS, Azure, GCP. Terraform scripts we can reuse. Terraform scripts are reusable. Terraform scripts are reusable. Suppose if I set up infrastructure for one project using Terraform scripts, same Terraform scripts with modifications we can use for another project also. Easily we can set up the infrastructure that is required for our project in the cloud. Terraform will reduce manual efforts. If I want to create 10 EC2 instances, then I need to do the same repeated work multiple times in the console. Instead of that, we can use a Terraform. Using that Terraform, we can execute the Terraform script. That script is going to create the resources in the cloud platform like virtual machines, load balancers, databases, security groups, network, storage, S3 buckets, whatever the resource you want to set up in the cloud, you can set up that resource by using Terraform. Terraform is an open source software. It is free of cost. You don't need to pay the money. Terraform software developed by a company called HashiCorp. It developed using Go language. It is called as IAC. IAC means infrastructure as a code. So whatever the infrastructure you want to create the infrastructure, instead of using the GUI, we can write some code. Through code, we can create infrastructure. Through code, we can create infrastructure in the cloud. So in which cloud we can create the infrastructure using Terraform? which cloud in which cloud we can create the infrastructure using Terraform? Is Terraform specific to only one cloud platform? Is Terraform supporting almost all the cloud platforms? It is supporting almost all the cloud platforms. In the AWS, you can create the infrastructure using Terraform. In the Azure, you can create the infrastructure using Terraform. In GCP, you can create infrastructure using Terraform. All right. Then you may get one doubt here. Sir, in AWS, there is one service called Cloud Formation. In the AWS classes, we had discussed about what is a cloud formation. Create and manage resources with the templates using Cloud Formation. Using Cloud Formation also, we can create infrastructure in the AWS cloud. Sir, then what is the difference between Cloud Formation and a Terraform? What is the difference between Cloud Formation and Terraform? The first difference, Cloud Formation is applicable only in AWS. Cloud Formation is also called as infrastructure as a code. Cloud Formation service available in the AWS. Excuse me, guys. So we have one service in the AWS which is called Cloud Formation. Cloud Formation is also used to create infrastructure in the cloud. Cloud Formation we can use only in AWS. Cloud Formation we can use only in AWS. Cloud Formation is AWS specific. Whatever the templates, whatever the code we write in the Cloud Formation, the Cloud Formation code is executable only in the AWS cloud. CloudFormation we can use only in AWS. Terraform is not specific to any cloud. Terraform is common for all the clouds. Terraform is not specific to any cloud. Terraform can be used for all clouds. Terraform can be used for almost all clouds. Understand what is the difference between CloudFormation and Terraform? CloudFormation is AWS specific service. CloudFormation is AWS specific service. Using CloudFormation, we can create infrastructure only in AWS. We can create infrastructure only in AWS. Terraform is not specific to any cloud. Terraform is not specific to any cloud. Terraform can be used for almost all clouds available in the market. Are you able to understand what is the difference between CloudFormation and Terraform? Are you guys able to understand the difference between CloudFormation and Terraform? CloudFormation is AWS specific service. Using CloudFormation, we can create infrastructure only in AWS. Terraform is not specific to any cloud. Terraform is used for almost all the clouds. Next, this is Terraform versus CloudFormation. Terraform versus CloudFormation. Terraform versus CloudFormation. And the next one, people may have another doubt. Sir, what are the differences between Terraform and Ansible? So there is another software called Ansible. People will call it as infrastructure as a code. Ansible is also called as IAC software. Ansible is also called as IAC software. What is the difference between Terraform and Ansible? Terraform is used for infrastructure creation. Terraform is used for infrastructure creation. Terraform is used for infrastructure creation. Infrastructure creation, or we can say infrastructure provisioning. Infrastructure creation or infrastructure provisioning. So here, by using Terraform, we can create the infrastructure in the cloud platform. Only in the cloud, we can create the infrastructure using Terraform. Ansible is used for configuration management. Ansible is not for the infrastructure creation, guys. Ansible is used for configuration management. Ansible is used for configuration management. So what is the meaning of configuration management? So here, I want to create 5 virtual machines. For example, for my project, I want to create 5 virtual machines. One machine I want for Jenkins, one machine I want for Docker, and one machine I want for Sonar, one machine I want for Nexus. Like this, I want to create 4 or 5 virtual machines in the cloud platform. So this is I'm using for Jenkins. This machine I am using for Jenkins. This machine I am using for Sonar. This machine I am using for Nexus. This machine I am using for Tomcat. So I want to create 5 virtual machines. I want to create 5 virtual machines. So in order to create the virtual machines in the cloud, which is software we are using, guys? Which is software we are using to create these machines? Machines creation is infrastructure creation or configuration management. So creating virtual machines comes under infrastructure creation or comes under configuration management. Creating virtual machines. Infrastructure creation. Creating virtual machines comes under infrastructure creation. Now here I am going to use a software called Terraform. Here I'm going to use one software called Terraform. Why I am using Terraform? By using this Terraform, I am going to create these machines. One virtual machine, EC2 machine I am going to create for Jenkins installation. One EC2 machine I will create for Sonar installation. One EC2 machine I will create for Nexus installation. One EC2 machine I will create for Tomcat installation. Right? I want to create EC2 instances in the AWS cloud. To create EC2 instances in the AWS cloud, we are using Terraform. After this machines creation completed, infrastructure provisioning is completed. Now, in these machines, I need to install Java, and to install Jenkins, we need to install Java, and we need to install Jenkins. And here in this machine, I need to install Java, and I need to install Sonar. In this machine, I need to install Java, and I need to install Nexus. In this machine, I need to install Java, and I need to install Tomcat. So here I need to install the softwares in these machines to set up that application. In order to set up my application, first I need virtual machines in the cloud. To create virtual machines in the cloud, we are using Terraform. Once the virtual machines are created, in those virtual machines, I need to install some softwares. So in order to set up Jenkins software, I need to install Java first, because Jenkins developed using Java. First we need to install Java, then we need to install Jenkins. If I want to set up Sonar server for code review, I need one virtual machine. Virtual machine I'm creating by using Terraform. In that virtual machine, I need to install Java, then I need to install Sonar. And I created one virtual machine for Nexus software. In that virtual machine, I need to install Java, and I need to install Nexus. If I want to set up a Tomcat, first I need to set up Java, then I need to set up a Tomcat. Okay, I created a virtual machines by using Terraform. Now I need to connect to this machine using Putty or MobaXtram. I need to install Java. I need to install Jenkins. I need to connect to this machine, install Java and Sonar. Connect to Nexus, install Java and Nexus. Connect to this machine, install Java and Tomcat. Now tell me, installing all the required softwares in all the machines manually is easy or it is difficult? Guys, I have 10 machines. I have 10 machines. In these 10 machines, I need to install some softwares. I installed Java. I installed Java. Can I install Java and Jenkins by using Terraform? Can I install Java and Jenkins in the machine by using Terraform? No. So what Terraform is going to do here? What I can do with the Terraform? Terraform I am going to use only to create the virtual machine. In this scenario, by using Terraform, I will create instance. Virtual machine I will create. Now, after the virtual machine is created by using Terraform, in order to manage the softwares, in order to install the softwares, in order to update the softwares, in order to remove the softwares, we are going to use Ansible. We are going to use Ansible. What is the purpose of Ansible? Ansible is used for configuration management. By using Ansible, I can install these softwares in the machine. 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 So now tell me, the purpose of the Terraform and Ansible is same. The purpose of Terraform and Ansible is different. Guys, the purpose of Terraform and Ansible is same. The purpose of Terraform and Ansible is different. The purpose of Terraform and Ansible is different. So what is the difference between Terraform and Ansible? What is the difference between Terraform and Ansible? Terraform is used for infrastructure creation. That means EC2 instances, S3 buckets, RDS database, load balancer, security groups, key pair that we can create. The infrastructure provisioning we can do by using Terraform. What is the purpose of Ansible? What is the purpose of Ansible? Ansible is used for configuration management. What is the meaning of configuration management? So once the machines are created, by using Ansible, you can install the required softwares, you can update the softwares, you can delete the softwares. That is configuration management software. Ansible is called as configuration management software. Terraform is called as infrastructure creation software. Are you clear? Yes. So with this, we understood what is the Terraform. Terraform is an open source software created by HashiCorp, and it is implemented, it is developed using one programming language called Go, Go language. Remember that, guys, in our DevOps course. So this is the first tool that we are seeing which is developed other by using other than Java. As of now, whatever the tools we learnt, like Maven, Jenkins, Sonar, Nexus, Tomcat, all the softwares developed by using Java language. But this is the first software that we have seen as of now, which is developed by using Go programming language. Terraform developed by a company called HashiCorp. This Terraform is used to create infrastructure using code. Infrastructure as code is the process of managing infrastructure in a file or files rather than manually configuring the resources in the user interface. So if you can create a virtual machine in the AWS by using these options, that is GUI options. You can use these GUI options to create the infrastructure. Instead of that, you can write some piece of code in a file that is called Terraform script. Using this Terraform script, also we can create the infrastructure. The beauty is Terraform will support almost all the clouds available in the market. Perfect. Now, next one, Terraform versus Ansible. This Terraform developed by HashiCorp company. Ansible is under license of Red Hat. Terraform is an infrastructure as a code which is used to provision the servers. That means create the machines, create the databases, whatever the infrastructure that you need. Ansible is a configuration management tool. Ansible designed to install and manage softwares on the existing machines. Terraform is used to provision the infrastructure. Ansible is used to manage configurations. Terraform is ideal for creating, managing, and improving infrastructure, whereas Ansible is ideal for software provisioning, application deployment, and configuration management. The purpose of Terraform and Ansible is different. The purpose of Terraform and Ansible is different. Using Terraform, we can provision infrastructure in the cloud. Using Terraform, we can provision infrastructure in the cloud. That means we can create servers, we can create whatever the machines that we need. Whereas by using Ansible, we can manage configurations required for our machines. We can manage configurations which are required for our machines. Are you able to understand what is the Terraform? Terraform versus CloudFormation, Terraform versus Ansible. What is the difference between Terraform and CloudFormation? What is the difference between Terraform and CloudFormation, guys? Can anyone tell me difference between Terraform and CloudFormation? Come on, guys. What is the difference between Terraform and CloudFormation? CloudFormation is a service available in the AWS cloud. In the AWS cloud, there are 200 plus services are available. By using those services, we can set up the infrastructure. So CloudFormation is one of the service which is used to create the infrastructure by using code. We can write the code. In the AWS classes, we have seen already how to create the infrastructure in the AWS cloud by using CloudFormation. Cloud formation is specific to only AWS. Whatever the code you write in the cloud formation template, that code will work only in the AWS, will not support in the other cloud platforms. But Terraform supports all the cloud platforms available in the market. You can use the Terraform to set up infrastructure in the AWS. You can use the Terraform to set up infrastructure in the AWS. You can use the Terraform to set up infrastructure in the Azure. You can use the Terraform to set up infrastructure in the GCP also. If you go for cloud formation, you can set up infrastructure only in the AWS. All right. So Terraform versus cloud formation, we understood. Terraform is a global, cloud formation is specific to AWS. Then what is the difference between Terraform and Ansible? Terraform are meant for provisioning the infrastructure. For example, creating one EC2 instance can be done by using Terraform. Once the EC2 instance is created, in that EC2 instance, I want to install some softwares which are required for my application or which are required for my project. So that software's management can be done by using Ansible. So Terraform is also called as IAC software. Ansible is also called as IAC. Yes, in the Terraform, we will write the code to create the infrastructure. In the Ansible, we will write the code to manage the configurations, to install the softwares, update the softwares, delete the softwares, that we will see by using Ansible. We'll discuss about Ansible in the coming classes. Are you clear? Shall I move on to next topic, guys? Perfect. Now, I want to set up Terraform software. And before going to set up the Terraform software, people may get some question here. Sir, you are saying that Terraform script we need to write, infrastructure as a code. Are we going to use any programming language to create this Terraform code or Terraform script to create the infrastructure? Terraform means infrastructure as a code, right? IAC, infrastructure as code. That means we need to write some code in order to create infrastructure. We need to write some code to create the infrastructure. Sir, do we need to know Java? Do we need to know Python? Do we need to know any programming language to write the Terraform script? No. Terraform scripts we need to write by using one language given by HashiCorp. That language is HCL, HashiCorp configuration language. Terraform uses HCL language. Terraform scripts we need to use HCL for Terraform scripts. We need to use HCL for Terraform scripts. Sir, what is this HCL? HCL stands for HashiCorp configuration language. In previous classes in the cloud formation, we have seen in the cloud formation templates, we can use JSON or YML to write the code. Similarly, to write the Terraform scripts, we are going to use one language called HCL language. HCL means HashiCorp configuration language, that is given by HashiCorp only. Complete documentation is available for HCL. You no need to worry about that. So let's go to official documentation of Terraform. Terraform by HashiCorp. Terraform is an open source infrastructure as code software tool that enables you to safely and predictably create, change, and improve your infrastructure. So it is an open source software given by HashiCorp. Using this, you can create infrastructure. Now here, you see here, user Terraform is an open source infrastructure as a code software tool created by HashiCorp. Users define and provide data center infrastructure using a declarative configuration language known as HashiCorp configuration language. In order to write the Terraform script, we are going to use one language called HCL, that language given by HashiCorp. Optionally, JSON. You can use JSON also, or you can use HCL also. This Terraform released into market in the year of 2014. Developer company is a HashiCorp. Developer company, HashiCorp. Good, perfect. Go to this documentation. Go to this documentation. Automate infrastructure on any cloud. So what is the title they are giving? Automate infrastructure on any cloud. Open source, self-managed, always free. Always free. Okay. Terraform cloud, view tutorials. Terraform tutorials are available. Build, change and destroy AWS infrastructure using Terraform. Step-by-step command line tutorial will walk you through that. If you want to set up infrastructure in the AWS cloud, AWS tutorial is available. If you want to set up in the Azure, Microsoft Azure tutorial they have given. For AWS, they have given tutorial. They have given the tutorial. For Azure, they have given the tutorial. For GCP, they have given the tutorial. It supports almost all the cloud platforms. So first we need to set up the Terraform software. Using that Terraform software, we are going to create infrastructure. So I'm going to create infrastructure in AWS cloud with the help of Terraform. Infrastructure as code. That Terraform code we are writing by using one language called HCL. HCL stands for HashiCorp Configuration Language. Let me install Terraform. Let me set up the machine ready. Guys, see here, Terraform installation. Create one EC2 instance. So you can use either Ubuntu or Amazon Linux, whatever you want, you can use it. Now, so by using that, we can set up a Terraform. So how to install the Terraform? They have given some instructions in the official documentation. Open source. For example, if you want to download the Terraform, so they given download option, self-managed, always free. Click on download. If you want to use the Terraform in the Mac OS, so these are the commands you can execute. If you want to use the Terraform in the Windows, you can download using these links. If you want to go for Linux, in the Linux, so if you are using Ubuntu machine to set up the Terraform, they have given the commands to execute. Using these commands, you can set up the Terraform. If you are using Red Hat machines like CentOS or RHEL based, you can use these commands. If you are using Fedora Linux, commands. If you are using Amazon Linux, commands. So in the Linux, we have some distributions. Based on your distribution, which distribution you are using, based on that you can use the commands. Okay, let me go and set up one EC2 instance. One machine I'm creating manually, guys. In that machine, I will install the Terraform. Using the Terraform, I will create other machines. Right. So here, I'm naming this machine as Terraform server. I'm naming this machine as a Terraform server. I'm using Red Hat distribution for this. T2 micro. Is there any specification? So create EC2 instance. Fine. Key pair. I'm using Linux key pair. Existing security group I'm using. And I'm not changing anything else. Just I'm creating one EC2 instance. For that EC2 instance, I'm giving the name as a Terraform server. I'm choosing the image as a Red Hat and T2 micro instance. Key pair name I am using as Linux. Security group. Click on launch instance. So one Linux machine I'm creating in the AWS cloud using EC2. This is a virtual machine. Once this machine is started, then we can connect to this machine using mobile extrum. Once this machine is started, we can connect to this machine using mobile extrum. Still the machine, yes, the machine is in running state now. It is available. It is available. Select this machine. It will give you public IP. Copy this. Open mobile extrum. You can use a putty or you can use a mobile extrum to connect with this machine. I opened this machine, guys. Yeah, session, SSH, remote host, default username ec2-user, and we selected key pair, Linux PEM file I have selected. Click on OK. Yes, I have connected with this Linux virtual machine. So before going to install, first let me update existing packages. Sudo yum update -y. Existing packages I'm updating by using package manager. For this Red Hat machine, yum is the package manager. If you use Ubuntu, yapt is the package manager for that. Yeah, existing packages I'm updating. Once those packages got updated, you can switch to root user and you can install wget unzip vim softwares if required. Then in order to install the Terraform, first we are going to add the Terraform to our package manager repository list. Once that is added, then we use this command to install the Terraform. These commands you can find in official documentation of the Terraform. yum install yum install yum utils, then yum config manager, add the Terraform HashiCorp repo to our repository. Once it is added, then you can execute sudo yum install Terraform. That's it. A simple installation process, just 3 commands we need to execute. Simple installation process, just 3 commands we need to execute. Okay, still existing packages are updating. Why it is taking this much time, man? You can use any image, guys. So it's not mandatory that we need to use only Red Hat. You can use anything. You can use Amazon Linux or you can use Ubuntu also. No problem. Anything you can use. I think this Red Hat machine is very slow. Still the packages updation. Yeah, guys. Meanwhile, let's try to understand architecture of the Terraform. So it is taking some time to update these packages. So instead of wasting our time, let's try to understand our Terraform architecture. Okay, so we are going to install Terraform. Now let's understand the architecture of the Terraform. So Terraform is one of the open source software given by HashiCorp. Using this Terraform, we can create the infrastructure. Using the Terraform, we can create the infrastructure. Now we are going to create a Terraform script. Which language we are using? Which language we are using to create the Terraform script, guys? Which language we are using to create the Terraform script? Go language or HCL? People are confusing now. We need to use a Go language or we need to use a HCL language? Go language is used to develop the Terraform. We no need to use the Go language. In which language we need to write the Terraform script? In which language we need to write the Terraform script? HCL, not Go language. Go language they used to develop that Terraform software. We are not going to use Go language now. We are going to use HCL. What is the full form of HCL? HashiCorp configuration language. That is very simple language and easy language. Using that language, we are going to write our Terraform scripts. Once the Terraform script is ready, then we are going to execute the Terraform script in order to create the infrastructure. Infrastructure creation is also called as infrastructure provisioning. Infrastructure creation is also called as infrastructure provisioning. We can provision the infrastructure using this Terraform. We can provision the infrastructure by using this Terraform. Yeah. Finally, guys, successfully it is updated. Let us start installation process. I'm switching to root user, or it's not required. Sudo yum install all the existing. I'm installing wget, unzip, and vim softwares which are required in our Linux machine. Yes, completed. Then sudo yum install yum utils. Done. Then adding HashiCorp repository to our package manager. All right, added the repository. Finally, we are using yum install Terraform. I'm installing Terraform using the package that we have added. Yes, installation completed successfully. Once installation completed successfully, we can verify the Terraform version using Terraform-v. Guys, are we able to see the version of the Terraform? Are we able to see the version of the Terraform? Yes. So with this, Terraform installation completed. Terraform version 1.2.9 installed on my Linux machine. So in this machine, Terraform is available. Now I can write the script and I can execute the script to create the infrastructure in the cloud. So we can create infrastructure in the cloud. In the AWS cloud, I'm going to create the infrastructure by using my Terraform server. Sir, what is the process of creating infrastructure in the AWS cloud? What is the process that we need to follow to create the infrastructure? Here, the process to create the infrastructure using Terraform that we need to understand. Here, I'm going to write Terraform script file. I'm going to write Terraform script. Terraform script is nothing but TF script. Terraform script file I'm going to create. So this Terraform script we are creating by using one language called HCL, which is official language given by HashiCorp. Official language given by HashiCorp. HCL language I am going to use. Once this language file is ready, then we need to execute one command called Terraform init command. We need to execute one command called Terraform init. We need to initialize that Terraform script. We need to initialize Terraform script. Once the Terraform script initialization is completed, then we need to execute Terraform plan command. Terraform init, then Terraform plan. So Terraform init is used to initialize the script. How we use git init command to initialize the git. Similarly, to initialize the Terraform, we need to use Terraform init command. After initialization is completed, then we can execute Terraform plan command, which is used to prepare the plan for execution. After Terraform planning is completed for our script execution, then finally we need to execute one command called Terraform apply command. We need to execute one command called Terraform apply command. Terraform apply command is used to execute the script. Actual script execution we are going to do by using Terraform apply. So when we execute the Terraform apply, it is going to create the infrastructure in the cloud. It is going to create the infrastructure in the cloud platform. So like this, we are going to work with Terraform scripts. Right. Here, after Terraform init, you can format your Terraform script and we can validate our Terraform script also. This is Terraform architecture. Terraform architecture. So if you want to provision infrastructure by using Terraform, then we need to remember this architecture. First, we are going to write a Terraform script. Terraform script we are writing by using HCL. Once the script file is ready, the script file will have .tf extension, guys. .tf extension, right? The Terraform script file extension should be .tf. So Terraform script file we are going to create. Then once the script file is ready, we are going to use Terraform init command, which is used to initialize our script. Once our script initialization is completed, here you can execute two more commands. One is a Terraform validate, another one is a Terraform format. If you want to check your script is valid or not, you can execute to Terraform validate command. If you want to check, if you want to format your script, then you can use Terraform format command. Terraform validate is used to verify our script is valid or not. Terraform format command is used to format the script. Any spaces, extra spaces are there, alignment it is going to correct. It is going to adjust the alignment of your script. For that we have format command. To validate the syntax of the script, we will use validate command. Once the Terraform script init completed, validate completed, then you can execute Terraform plan command. When we execute Terraform plan command, it will prepare the plan for the script execution. Once the script planning is completed, then we can execute Terraform apply. When you execute Terraform apply, it is going to create the infrastructure in the cloud based on this code available in the TF file. Based on the code available in the TF file, it is going to create infrastructure in the cloud. After creating the infrastructure, if you want to delete that infrastructure, here we have one option, Terraform destroy. There is one option called Terraform destroy. So whatever the infrastructure we created, we can destroy that infrastructure also by using Terraform. I want to create one virtual machine using Terraform. I will create a script. I will initialize the script. I will validate the script. I will plan the script. I will apply the script. Create a script, initialize the script, plan the script, apply the script. After script applying is completed, then it is going to create the machine in the cloud platform, virtual machine, in EC, whatever you want. Once that infrastructure is created, I want to destroy that infrastructure. In order to destroy that infrastructure, we can use a command called Terraform destroy. We can use a command called Terraform destroy. So this is Terraform architecture. Init, plan, apply. Init, plan, apply. After creating the infrastructure, if you want to destroy, you can destroy that also by using Terraform destroy option. Using Terraform destroy option. Are you guys clear with this? Are you guys clear with this? Terraform architecture. Perfect. So with this, we understood what is the Terraform. With this, we understood what is the Terraform. What is Terraform? What is infrastructure as code? What is infrastructure as code? Terraform versus cloud formation. Terraform versus cloud formation. And Terraform versus Ansible. And Terraform setup. Terraform architecture. Terraform commands. Terraform commands. What are the commands of the Terraform? Terraform init, Terraform validate, Terraform format, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. Those are the commands that we are going to use. Terraform commands. So to initialize Terraform script, we will use a command called Terraform init command. To initialize the Terraform script, we will use Terraform init command. To format our Terraform script, indent spacing and all, we will use the Terraform format command. To verify syntax of the Terraform, we will use Terraform validate command. To execute our script, first we need to do the planning, Terraform plan command. After that, I want to apply the script, Terraform apply. If you want to delete that infrastructure that you created, if you want to destroy the infrastructure, you can use Terraform destroy command also. Can you read these commands once? Now we are going to write the script and we are going to execute the script. All of you, please read these commands. All of you comfortable with these commands? All of you comfortable with these commands? All right. So we know what is Terraform, what is infrastructure as code, Terraform versus cloud formation, Terraform versus Ansible, Terraform setup, Terraform architecture, and Terraform commands. All right, fine. Next, how to write Terraform script by using HashiCorp. How to write Terraform script by using HashiCorp. Guys, in this Terraform script, understand our first Terraform script. First Terraform script. Infrastructure as a code. I need to write the code here. I need to write the code. It is not Java, guys. It is not Java or Python, it is HCL. Terraform is using HCL scripts to create the infrastructure. Now, in this Terraform script file, mainly two sections will be available. Mainly two sections will be available in the Terraform script. The first section contains provider. The first section contains provider. So that means who is your cloud provider? In which cloud you want to create the infrastructure? Who is your cloud provider? You need to specify provider name. If you want to create infrastructure in the AWS cloud, then our provider is AWS. Provider AWS. Provider AWS. Then in the AWS, there is a concept called regions. In which region you want to create your infrastructure? I will specify AP South 1, Mumbai region. In the India, we have only one region in the AWS, that is Mumbai region. So first section is a provider section. So you need to specify your cloud provider details. Who is your provider? Which cloud you are using? Provider AWS. Region AP South 1. I want to create the infrastructure in the Mumbai region. AP South 1. Then after that, in order to create the infrastructure in the cloud, we need to specify our access key and secret key. In the cloud, we have console access and we have programmatic access. IAM accounts we will create with programmatic access. Access key and secret key we have to provide. So here if you go to AWS, under your security credentials, this is my root account. In the security credentials of my root account, we can see access key ID and secret key access. If you create a new access key, now you see here it is downloaded. So here secret key and access key will be available. You need to configure access key ID and secret key access. But in general, root account is not recommended to manage our daily works. You need to create one IAM user with a programmatic access. We need to create one IAM user with a programmatic access. That is the recommended approach. That is the recommended approach. Now see here, click on create add users. I want to create one user. Now I'm giving the username as user1. For this user, I want to provide the programmatic access. If I give the programmatic access for this user, next permissions. If you want to add the user to any group, you can add or you can attach the policies. I'm giving the administrator access for this user. I'm creating one new IAM user with the administrator access, programmatic access, and administrator access policy. Click on create user. User 1 is created. For this user 1, we can see access key ID and we can see secret access key as well. We need to take that access key ID, secret access key ID, click on this one, copy this, copy this. Yes. So like this, we are going to configure provider details because Terraform should understand in which cloud it has to provision the infrastructure. For that, we are going to specify provider data. If you want to you go for Azure cloud, then your provider will be Azure and Azure credentials you are going to configure. I am using AWS cloud. So for that, I am using region as Mumbai region code. Provider name is AWS. My AWS IAM user access key and secret key I have configured. This is provider information that we need to configure. Then only Terraform will understand in which cloud it has to set up the infrastructure. After the provider information, we need to specify resource. We need to specify resource. That means which resource you want to create in the AWS. In the AWS, there are so many services are available. EC2 service available, RDS service available, S3 service available, Beanstalk available, Route 53 available. There are so many services are available. Which is service you want to operate now? What you want to do for that? For that, we need to use service resource name, AWS instance. If I want to create one virtual machine in the AWS cloud using Terraform, the resource name I need to give as AWS instance. Sir, how to remember these resource names? Documentation provided by Terraform. So complete documentation given by Terraform. Suppose if you want to create a database, what should be the name of your resource? If you want to create S3 bucket, what should be the name of your resource? If you want to create EC2 instance, what should be name of your resource? That resource name we can configure. Resource AWS underscore instance. For that, after that you can give any name. I will say that my AWS server, my AWS VM. I can give this is user defined name and this is predefined name. This is the resource name and this is user defined name I'm giving for my resource. Fine. In order to create a resource in the AWS cloud, we need to provide some information. AMI, we need to provide some information. AMI, Amazon Machine Image ID. And what is the instance type you want? We are going to use T2 micro. We are going to use a T2 micro instance. What is the key pair you want to use for your instance? Key name, key file name. Which is security group you want to use for your instance? Which is security groups you want to use for your instance? Which is security group you want to use for your instance? Security group name you have to specify. Then what are the tags you want to use for your machine? That means any name that you want to use for your machine. Tags. The tag name I'm using as my EC2 VM. This is our first Terraform script. This is our first Terraform script, which is used to create EC2 instance in the cloud using Terraform. Are we writing any programming here? Guys, are we writing any programming here? Is it programming? This is HCL script. This is HCL script. Look at the script now. Look at the script now. In order to create the instance, we need AMI. See here, manually, if you want to create the instance in the AWS cloud, manually, if you want to create the instance in the AWS cloud, you will go to launch instance, click on launch instance. Here we are selecting AMI. When you select the AMI, AMI ID is generated. AMI ID, can you see? Guys, when you select any image, machine image, can you see AMI ID? Here, can you see AMI ID? Yes, that AMI ID we need to provide here. That AMI ID we need to provide here. And the next one, we are selecting instance type. What is the instance type we are using? T2 micro. T2 micro. We need to specify that instance type T2 micro. Okay, guys. Now here, key pair. Are we selecting the key pair? Linux is my key pair name. Whatever the key pair you have already, you just give the key pair name. You just give the key pair name, Linux. Next one, coming to security group. So here, there are some security groups available. Can I give my existing security group name? Yes, I can give my existing security group name. My security group name, Ashok IT underscore security underscore group. Ashok IT underscore security underscore group. I have given security group name. AMI ID, image ID I need to provide. I cannot copy the image ID from here. Let me go to old experience. Amazon Linux is available. Here AMI ID. Can we take this AMI ID? Can we take this AMI ID? Can we copy this? Yes. Copy this AMI ID and specify ID. That's it. AMI, instance type, key name, security group, tag for that machine. With this script, how many machines will be created? With this script, how many machines will be created? One machine will be created. If you want to create two machines, then you can give one more property, count. Count is equal to 2. If you give count is equal to 2, it is going to create two virtual machines at a time. If you give count is equal to 2, it will create two virtual machines at a time. If you don't give the count, then it will create single virtual machine. It will create single virtual machine. Are you guys clear with my point? Could you please see the script now? Are you guys comfortable with this script, guys? Are you guys comfortable with this script? This is key pair, AMI, instance type, key pair, security group, and it tags. How I got this? How I got this access key and secret key? How I got this access key and secret key, guys? I created one IAM user. For that IAM user, I created one IAM user. For that IAM user, I have given programmatic access. Then I got this access key and secret key. AMI ID, I copied from here. AMI ID, I copied from here. Tag means the name. When the machine is created, what is the name you want to give for that machine? That a tag name I have given. So tag name means when you create the machines, so some names will be displayed for the machine, right? So if you go to my instances, here a name will display. See here, the name displaying is Terraform server. Whatever the new machine I'm going to create, for that machine, I want to display the name as my EC2-VM. That is the tag name. That is the tag name. Okay. This is resource name, guys. This is resource name. Because in one Terraform script, you can write multiple resource configurations here. This is just a resource name I am giving. This is the resource name I am giving here. Are you comfortable with this first Terraform script file? Can we use this script? Can we use this script and create a virtual machine? Is there anything difficult here, guys? Is there anything difficult here? No. Good. Fine. ls-l in this machine currently, do we have any files or directories? Do we have any files and directories? Good. There is no data available in this machine. Guys, here I am making one directory, making directory example one. I'm making one directory example one, cd space example one. Now, what is my present working directory? What is my present working directory? What is my present working directory? Example one. My present working directory is example one. Inside that, do I have any data? Do I have any data in that directory? Do I have any data in that directory? I don't have any data in the directory. Okay, let me create one file vi. I'm writing this as script.tf. I can say that tf script.tf. Terraform script. You can give any name, or I can give it as ec2 creation.tf. ec2 creation.tf. File name can be anything. File extension should be .tf. Open that file vi. After that file is opened, let us use our script. Let us use our script and keep the script here. Now, is alignment looking proper? My script alignment is looking proper, or my script alignment is not good? My script alignment is not looking good. Can we do the formatting? Can we do the formatting? Yes. What is the command? What is the command available? lsblk na. Why lsblk? Terraform format command is available. Terraform format command is available to format the script. Okay, we'll do that. Save this file and close it. So now let us see cat ec2 creation.tf. Yes, we have script ready. We have script ready. Fine. So in this architecture, we have seen if the script is ready, what is the command that we need to execute now? If script is ready, what is the command that we need to execute now? What is the command we need to execute now? Terraform init. So let us go for Terraform init. Terraform init. Now, is it initialized? Line number 13, expected a comma, vi ec2 creation.terraform. EC2 creation dot Terraform. It is saying that it is expecting a comma in the line number 13. Okay, guys, there is a mistake in the script. In the tags, it should not be the curly brace. It should not be the open brace. It should be the curly brace. It should be the curly brace. Yeah. Terraform init. Now, can you see my script is initializing? Terraform has been initialized successfully. Here, there is a small correction. In the tags, it should be a curly brace. It should be a curly brace. Good. Now, are we able to initialize the Terraform, guys? First time when I executed Terraform init, I got some error. It told that in the line number 13, there is a mistake. I have corrected that mistake. Then I have executed Terraform init. Initializing the backend, Terraform initialized, finding the latest version of HashiCorp AWS, installing that. Terraform has created log file. Terraform has been successfully initialized. Right. Once it is done, you can check your script is valid or not by using Terraform validate. Terraform validate. Success, the configuration is valid. What it is telling? What it is telling? Script is valid or not? Yes, our script is valid. Can we do formatting of our script? Before doing the formatting, I want to show you the script once. EC2 creation.tf. This is how the script is looking before formatting. Now let me do formatting. Terraform format. I have done the formatting. Now cat EC2 creation.tf. Now can you see before formatting the keys and values, after formatting the keys and values, is it adjusted? Is it adjusted? Do we need to do the formatting manually? Do we need to do the formatting manually, or it is doing that? It is doing that. It is doing that. Perfect. So with this, we have executed few commands as of now. Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform init, Terraform validate, Terraform format we have executed. 3 commands I have executed. Init command, validate command, format command. Now, in order to execute the script, I need to execute a command called Terraform plan. Terraform plan. It is going to prepare a plan, guys. Right. Terraform plan command I have executed. It prepared a plan to execute our script. It prepared a plan to execute our script. Once this planning is completed, what is the last step? What is the last step? To create that machine, what is the last step? Terraform apply. Terraform apply. Now, Terraform apply. When I execute Terraform apply, the script will execute. It is asking Terraform will perform the action. Only yes will be accepted to approve. So it is asking me to approve the script execution. Yes, enter. Enter a value S. AWS instance is creating. AWS instance is creating using this script. Still creating. A instance is creating using this script. Now, in future, when I want to create a EC2 instance, can I use this script? Can I reuse the same script? Can I reuse the same script? Yes. Now, apply complete. Apply complete resource is created. Apply complete resource is created. Go to EC2 dashboard and see my EC2 VM created. That is the tag name I have given. That is the tag name I have given. My EC2 is created. For this EC2, we have given AMI ID, Amazon Linux, instance type I told T2 micro, and key pair we have given as Linux, and security group we have given as Ashok IT underscore security group. So based on the information we have given in the script, Terraform created EC2 instance in the AWS cloud. Based on the script we have given, the EC2 instance created in the AWS cloud. Are you guys able to understand? Once this script is ready, what are the commands I have executed? I have executed Terraform init command. I have executed a Terraform validate command. I have executed a Terraform format command. I have executed a Terraform plan command, and I have executed a Terraform apply command. Here validate format is optional. If you want, you can execute them. Init is mandatory, plan is mandatory, apply is mandatory. Init command is used to initialize the Terraform. Plan is going to prepare the execution plan, how it has to create, in which cloud it has to create, what resource it has to create. Whenever we execute a Terraform plan command, it is going to read our script file. It will understand who is the provider. It will understand what is the region. It will understand the credentials. It will understand what resource we are going to create. It will read our script. It will prepare the plan internally to create the infrastructure. Then finally, when you execute Terraform apply command, it is going to create the infrastructure with the details which we have provided in the script. This is called infrastructure as a code. This code we are writing by using HCL. This code we are writing by using HCL. Now see, our EC2 instance created in the AWS cloud. This EC2 instance I have created by using Terraform. Guys, after creating this EC2 instance using Terraform, let us see ls-l, ls-l. Guys, can you see that? Is there any change happened in my present working directory? Can you see? Is there any change happened with my present working directory? Is there any change happened with present working directory? What is the change that you observe in the present working directory? What is the change that you observe in the present working directory? Can you see one file got created? Terraform.tf state. That means our script execution status will be maintained in the Terraform TF state. Cat Terraform TF state. Now see, whatever the script we have executed, that the script execution details it is maintaining in the Terraform.tf state. Our script execution details it is maintaining in the Terraform.tf state. Are you guys able to understand? Are you guys able to understand? Here, this Terraform.tf state file contains the execution details of our state. Guys, here in the Terraform, one small concept that you need to understand. Once I have executed this script, is it maintaining execution status? Will Terraform maintain execution status of my script? Terraform will maintain execution status of my script. When I run the same script again, it is not going to create the instance again, because with this script already instance created, the execution status available in the TF state. By mistake, if you run the same script again also, another instance will not be created because already that script is executed. That script execution status already available here. Okay, can I try that? Terraform apply. When I execute Terraform apply, see what is going to happen. What it is saying that? What it is saying that? Boss, with the script that you have created, we have already compared your infrastructure. Terraform has compared your real infrastructure against your configuration and found no differences. So no changes are needed. When I run the same script again, is it creating a new instance or it is not creating the new instance? Is it creating the new instance or it is not creating the new instance? Not creating the new instance. Why it is not creating the new instance? Why it is not creating the new instance? Because already it executed. Because already it executed. How the Terraform is able to remember that my script is already executed? How Terraform is able to remember that my script is already executed? tf.state file. tf.state file is available. If I delete the tf.state file, rm terraform.tf.state, I have deleted that. I have deleted that. If I delete the state file, then Terraform apply. If I delete the state file and if I apply, is it creating or not? Is it creating or not? So once the script is executed, it will maintain the execution status in the tf state file. When the tf state file is available, you cannot run the same script again. If you delete the tf state file, Terraform will not remember that. Then you can use the same script to create the another instance. Now go here, refresh. One more instance will come. Can you see third instance created? Guys, can you see third instance created? Instance 1, instance 2. I mean, second instance is created. Second instance is created. One resource added. After creating the instance, let us see ls-l. Can you see again? tf state file is created. Again, tf state file is created. Are you guys clear with this? Now, I want to delete this machine. I want to delete this machine. How can I delete that machine? How can I delete that machine? What is the command? What is the command, guys? Terraform destroy. What is the command? Terraform destroy. Enter a value, confirm. If I confirm, it is a destroying. How it will understand which resource it has to destroy? Based on the tf.state file, it will understand which resource it created. The same resource it is going to destroy. Which resource information maintained in the tf.state file, same resource it is going to destroy. Resource 1 destroyed. That means one instance got destroyed. One instance got destroyed. So are you able to understand the commands now? Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. One EC2 instance we created. Suppose I want to create 10 machines at a time. Can we create 10 machines at a time? How can I create multiple machines at a time? If you want to create multiple machines at a time, you can give count. Count is equal to 2 or 20. 20 machines will create at a time. 20 machines will create at a time. 20 machines will be created at a time. Yes, when you give the count to 20, when you give count to 20, 20 machines will be created. When you do the destroy, 20 machines will be destroyed. 20 machines will be destroyed. Got it. Fine. Next. Guys, see here, we can do one small thing. I am hard coding the values. I'm hard coding the values. Count to 20, AMI, instance type, line X, security group, tags. I have hard coded. I have hard coded. Some people are asking, sir, I want to create 20 machines at a time. Out of 20, can I delete only 10? That is not possible. That is not possible. Then manually you have to destroy. So how many instances you create by using script? When you destroy, all the resources will be destroyed, because you cannot edit that tf.state file, right? So if you, whatever the resources are created using the script, when you destroy, all the resources will be destroyed. If you want to destroy only particular machine, then manually you have to delete that. Manually you have to delete that. Perfect. Next one. Sir, here I have given the resource details here. The resource details: count, AMI, instance type, key name, security group, tag name, like that. I don't want to give like that. I want to parameterize my script. I want to parameterize my script. In order to parameterize your script, in this Terraform, there is a concept called variables. In the Terraform, there is a concept called variables. You can create one file separately to store only variables. Now, vars.tf, variable AMI, AMI ID default value I'm configuring. AMI is one variable. Okay. Now, instance type T2 micro, variable instance count 2. So like this, whatever the values we want to use, instead of writing the values directly in the script, we can configure those values in a separate file called variables file. Variable, name of the variable, description of the variable, what is the value of the variable. Like that, you can specify a variables file. Then in the main script, you can refer the variables like this. In the main script, you can refer the variables like this. Count. How many instances I want? That count I have specified in the variable file. var dot count. Instance count is the variable. Right, see here. var dot instances count is a variable. AMI dollar of var dot AMI. AMI is a variable name. AMI is a variable name. Instances count is a variable name. Instances type is a variable name. Count dot index. Now people are asking, I want to give different names for the machine. Yes, here I'm going to create two machines. For two machines, I'm giving the two different names. EC2 VM 1, 2. How many instances you are going to create? That index number will come. You can give the different name also for that. Instead of hard coding the data directly in the script file, you can specify the script in the variables. You can specify the script and you can access the values from the variables. So you can create one TF file. In the TF file, you can declare the variables. This is the syntax to create the variable. This is the name of the variable and this is the value of the variable. Wherever you need this value, you can refer this variable name. Wherever you need this value, you can refer this variable name. Now see, in this Terraform script, I'm taking count, where instances count is a variable name, AMI is a variable name, instance type is a variable name. Like this, you can use variables also in the Terraform scripts. That is one thing. And the next one, excuse me guys. Now, in the Terraform script, we can use the comments also. If I don't want to consider a particular line, I can use single line comment, or I can use multi-line comments also. Suppose in the script, I don't want to keep this line, then I can write hash. It is a comment. Hash we can use for a single line comment, or Java style comment, a double slash also we can use. Then it is not going to consider this line. Like this, we can comment some lines in the Terraform script. We can comment some lines in the Terraform script. That is possible. Fine. And the next one, guys, here in our Terraform script, we are configuring credentials. In the Terraform script, we are configuring our credentials, access key and secret key. Suppose if you have multiple Terraform script files, is it recommended to configure the credentials in every script file? Is it recommended to configure the credentials in every script file? No, it is not recommended. So we can remove the credentials from this Terraform script file and we can set in our machine directly. We can set our credentials in the machine directly. Instead of specifying here, we can set these credentials directly in my machine. Okay, fine. So with this, our one example completed. Let me, guys, make sure your Terraform scripts are not in the same folder. Your Terraform scripts are not in the same folder. For every script, we need to create a separate folder. Now, ls-l, example 1 completed, mkdir, example 2. Now I am creating a separate folder for second script, example 2. Example 2, why? Because whenever we are executing Terraform init or Terraform plan, Terraform apply, are we giving the file name? No, we are not giving any file name. So make sure your Terraform scripts are in the different directories. Example 1 completed. I'm coming to example 2. In this example 2 directory, ls-l, do I have any file? Do I have any file here? I don't have any file here. I don't have any file here. Now guys, when I am going to create second example, I don't want to hard code. I don't want to hard code provider details like this in the file. I don't want to hard code provider details in the file like this. I want to set my access key and secret key in the machine directly. I want to set them as environment variables and I want to refer them. How can we deal with these security credentials? You can use export AWS access key ID, export AWS secret access key. If you set your account credentials like this, then you no need to write that in the provider details every time. We can remove the credentials from the Terraform script if you do this option. Let me do this. This is my access key. This is my access key. And this is my secret key. Secret key. Perfect. Export AWS access key ID. I'm setting this. Then I'm setting export AWS secret access key. Instead of writing them in the script file, I'm setting my account credentials in the environment variables. After setting these environment variables, we can verify whether that setting is successful or not using echo. We can get it. Echo AWS access key underscore ID. Yes, we are able to access that AWS access key ID. Now, echo AWS secret access key. Echo is used to print the value of that variable. Here I'm using export to set that. Here I'm using echo to get that. Export access key ID, export secret access key. Now I have configured my account credentials in the environment variables. Now I can remove them from the script file. I can remove them from the script file because I configured them in the credentials. Now I no need to add them in the script file. I no need to add them in the script file. Okay. Now, guys, see here, I am taking one shell script file which is used to set up a static website. I'm taking a shell script file which is used to set up a static website. Vi install httpd. Let me add this static website hosting commands are there. Fine. I have added that. Give the permission for user to execute that script. Chmod command. Yes. ls-l. My shell script file is available. Now let us create a resource here. Now see, provider data. In the provider, currently I'm configuring only region. Earlier, I configured region, I configure access key and secret key. This time, I'm not configuring access key and secret key in the script because the credentials already we have configured in the environment variable. So this is my script file, provider data and resource data. AMI, instance type, key name, security groups, user data. I want to execute user data script to launch one static website. To launch one static website, I will give the name, tag name as web server. I will give the tag name as a web server. So this is my script. This is my script. In this script, I am going to keep provider and resource. In the provider, currently I'm configuring only region. I'm not configuring the credentials. AMI I am keeping, instance type I am keeping, key name I am keeping, security group I am keeping, user data. User data is available in the shell script file. I'm keeping that file name and the tags. Okay, save it. ls-l ls-l. Now see here, I have one shell script file which is used to host a static website, and I have a Terraform script file which is used to create the EC2 instance and execute this user data. So fine. Terraform init, initializing Terraform script. Terraform init, initialization successful. Then I will go for Terraform validate. I'm going for Terraform validate. Configuration is valid. Then Terraform format. Script is formatted. Cat main.tf. My Terraform script is validated. Guys, remember, am I configuring my credentials in the provider? Am I configuring the credentials in the provider? No, I'm not configuring the credentials in the provider. Then init is completed, validate is completed, format is completed. Can we go for plan? Terraform plan. Terraform plan. It will prepare the planning. Very good. Then go for Terraform apply. Go for Terraform apply. Terraform apply command. It is going to execute the script. It is going to execute the script. It is creating one virtual machine. Yep, one virtual machine is creating. I have given the name for the virtual machine as web server. Static website hosting also will happen. Refresh. Still the machine is not ready. Yeah. Now can you see the machine is ready? Are we able to create one EC2 instance with a name called web server? Come on, guys. Are we able to create one EC2 instance with a name called web server? Yes, we are able to create one EC2 instance with a name called web server. It is still initializing. For this web server, I have given user data. So in the AWS, we discussed what is user data. Guys, do you remember what is user data in the EC2? Do you remember what is user data in the EC2? What is user data in the EC2? User data is used to execute the script one time. Right. I have given user data also in the EC2 resource. In the EC2 resource. All right. Now it is created. The instance is created. Let's access this public IP and check it. Really, user data executed or not? Yes. User data executed. Am I able to access my static website? Am I able to access my static website? One EC2 machine created along with the user data by using Terraform. By using Terraform. In future, whenever I want to host one static website using EC2, can I use this script? Can I use this script, guys? Can I use this Terraform script? Yes. It is reusable. It is reusable. Am I configuring the credentials in the script? Am I configuring the credentials in the script? No. Credentials I have stored in the environment variable. I no need to configure in the script every time. I no need to configure in the script every time. I configure them in the environment variables. Perfect. Now I want to create a Terraform script to create S3 bucket. I want a Terraform script for S3 bucket creation. Terraform script for S3 bucket. Terraform script for S3 bucket. Terraform script for S3 bucket creation. Perfect. Now, guys, in the Terraform script, how many sections will be available? How many sections will be available in the Terraform script? 2 sections will be available. One is the provider section, and the second one is resource section. One is the provider section, and the second one is resource section. In the provider section, we are going to tell the name of the provider. AWS is my provider. AWS is my provider. AWS cloud I want to use. Region. What is the region? AP South 1 Mumbai region. Do I need to configure access key and secret key? Guys, do I need to configure access key and secret key? Not required. Why not required? Already we configured them. Already we configured them with this key. Terraform will identify the credentials by using this key. Access key ID and secret access key. Terraform will identify my credentials using these keys. Access key ID and secret access key. I no need to specify them in the provider section. I no need to specify them in the provider section. Now I want to create S3 bucket. Using Terraform, I want to create S3 bucket. So what is the resource name? AWS S3 bucket. AWS S3 bucket. So here for this resource, I can give some name, Ashok IT S3 bucket. So this is my provider data and this is my resource name. AWS underscore S3 underscore bucket is the resource name. It is a predefined name, guys. We cannot change this name. This is my resource name. It is a user defined name. User defined name. Now I want to create a bucket. I want to create a bucket. In order to create a bucket, bucket is equal to, you can give name for the bucket. Ashok IT S3 bucket. Ashok IT S3 bucket. What is the bucket ACL? I want to keep the bucket as a private bucket. I want to keep the bucket as a private bucket. For this bucket, I want to enable versioning. I want to enable versioning for the bucket. Versioning enabled is equal to true. Versioning enabled is equal to true. Okay. Now, if you want, you can give tags. If you want, you can give tags for that. Now, tags name is equal to S3 bucket by Ashok IT. S3 bucket by Ashok IT. So this is the script, HCL script I am writing using Terraform HCL in order to create S3 bucket in the AWS using Terraform. Right. Provider is AWS, region AP South 1, resource AWS S3 bucket, my resource name. I want to create a bucket. For the bucket, I'm giving some properties here. Now let's try this. Let's try this. ls-l. Yeah, I'm already inside example2 folder. Can I create the file in the same folder or outside? Outside. Right. Here I'm going to make mkdir example3 cd space example3 cd space example3 ls-l. All right. Now vi main.tf. I'm going into file. I opened that file. In that file, I will configure this script. Copy this script. Keep it. Save it. Terraform init. Initialize that. Initialize the script. Script initialized successfully. Terraform validate. Validate the script. Script validation completed. Terraform format. Terraform format. Script is formatted. Cat main.tf. Yes, the script is formatted. Okay. Before going to execute the script, sorry, first we need to plan it. For that, Terraform plan. It is preparing the plan. It will read our script and it will prepare the plan to execute the script. Now, before going to execute it, let's go and check our S3 dashboard. S3 dashboard, simple storage service, unlimited storage in the AWS. Yes. Let me delete some previous available buckets. Perfect. Yeah. So fine. Currently, there is only one bucket available in my S3 dashboard. There is only one bucket available in my S3 dashboard. Now I'm going to apply this. Terraform apply. So when I use the Terraform apply, it is going to execute that script. Guys, when we execute the script, always it is asking for confirmation. Instead of that, you can directly provide auto approve. You can provide auto approve. Directly it is going to execute without any confirmation. Otherwise, it will ask for confirmation. Now, it is not asking any confirmation. Why? Because I have given auto approve. So resource created. Now check it. Can you see one bucket is created? Can you see one bucket is created? S3 bucket. S1, S3 bucket is created. One S3 bucket is created in the AWS using S3. I mean using Terraform. Now similarly, I want to create one database, RDS database in the AWS. So in order to create RDS database in the AWS, so the resource name is AWS DB instance. AWS DB instance you can take as a resource name. Provider details, AWS DB instance, allocated storage, engine version, what is the DB instance class, what is the DB name you want, what is the username, and what is the password, parameter group name, skip final snapshot. So this is the script which is going to create a RDS database, MySQL database instance in the AWS cloud. Let's go to AWS RDS. Let's go to AWS RDS database instance. For every project, database is required. So creating the database is several steps process here. Creating the database is several steps to process here. Let me delete my existing database. Yeah. So one database already available. I have deleted that database. I have deleted the database, guys, the DB instances. Now I want to create one database. If I want to create a database, click on create database option. Click on create database option. You need to select creation methodology. You need to select engine and you need to select a template. You need to select identifier, username, password. There are so many details are available. All these details you have to select. Using these details, you can create the database in the AWS cloud. This is one approach to create the database using GUI. Same database, same MySQL database, DB instance can be created by using Terraform also. In order to create the database by using Terraform, Terraform script. So provider details we are going to configure and resource name, resource properties. Resource name and resource properties. So resource name is predefined, resource properties are also predefined. Now let's come out from this directory. mkdir example 4. mkdir example 4 ls-l cd space example 4 ls-l. Currently I don't have anything. Vi main.tf. In this tf file, I'm going to keep this script, provider details and resource details. So take the provider data and resource data and add it. Fine, save. Then commands. Terraform init to initialize the Terraform. Good. Then next one, Terraform validate to validate the script. Validation completed. Then Terraform format, script formatted. Cat main.tf. Yes, script is formatted. Indent spaces adjusting completed. Then we are going to execute Terraform plan. It will prepare the plan for the execution. It will prepare the plan for execution. Planning is completed. Then Terraform apply. When I execute Terraform apply, it will ask for confirmation. If you want to confirm directly, you can give -auto approve. That means the confirmation directly it is going to create the resource based on the script file. Now database instance is creating. Database instance is creating in the cloud. DB instance is creating. Now go to this RDS service and check, is the Terraform script creating a new database instance or not? Yes. Can you see a database instance is created? It is creating. Previous one is deleting. I have deleted manually. So this is the new database instance that is getting created in the AWS cloud using this Terraform script. Using this Terraform script. Understood. So if I want to delete the database, do I need to delete manually or I can ask Terraform to destroy? Do I need to delete that manually or I can ask Terraform to destroy? Can we ask Terraform to destroy? What is the purpose of Terraform destroy? What is the purpose of Terraform destroy? Whatever the resource created using the Terraform script, that same resource will be destroyed. Same resource will be destroyed. Still, the database is creating. Database creation is a time-taking process. Database creation is a time-taking process. So still, the creation is in progress. It is not completed. Still, the database creation is in progress. It is not completed. Now, database is getting created. It is in creating state. Perfect. Now, sir, how to write these resource commands? How we will remember all this syntax? Do we need to butify this? No. Official documentation is available. Terraform documentation. There they have given the syntax of all the resources for all the clouds. Now you can go for Terraform AWS tutorial. Get started AWS Terraform. Learn.hashicorp.com. Get started with AWS. They have given the tutorials. They have given the tutorials. Deploy the infrastructure, input variables, how to give the variables in the Terraform. So they have given all the syntax and information they have given in the official documentation. So here Terraform commands, how to execute that, how to write that, all that information we can find in the official documentation. So documentation is available. So in that documentation we can understand all these details. Terraform CLI, configuration language, Terraform language documentation. About the Terraform language, resource name we have to give, predefined resource name like this. So what are the resources that you want to create? For all the resources, the official documentation is available. For example, EC2, I mean AWS resources that I want to create, AWS reference architecture. So all the documentation is available. Using this documentation, we need to write our Terraform scripts. So Terraform scripts are one-time creation. If you create all the Terraform scripts for all the resources, then you can use same Terraform scripts for multiple projects to provision the infrastructure. Infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code. I hope we understood what is the Terraform, Terraform versus Ansible, how to install the Terraform, Terraform architecture, Terraform commands, and the Terraform scripts. Good. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining this workshop. I will share these notes. In these notes, I have given all the theoretical information and the scripts also. By following these notes, you can practice Terraform commands and Terraform scripts. Thanks for joining. With this, I'm stopping for today.